Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Stack Bitcoin Show, your beginner-friendly guide to saving in Bitcoin. What is up, everybody? My name is Roman, and I'm here to help you understand why you should be saving in Bitcoin and how to actually do it. Shout out, round of applause from the live studio audience going out for Mr. Hard Hodl. What's up, Hard Hodl? Good to see you in here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for chatting it up, putting some comments. Shout out to the homie Herrera F. Welcome to the stream. Also, Clover, 4-leaf Clover guy. Welcome on TikTok. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm here to help you understand why we should be saving in Bitcoin, all that good stuff. Okay. Welcome as you guys are coming in. Also, shout out to the people tuning in into YouTube. If you're watching the show and you want to watch and you want to see the spreadsheets that I'm referring to during the broadcast, you can go over and watch that at stackbitcoinshow.com on YouTube. Okay, stackbitcoinshow.com. We'll take you to the YouTube broadcast of this very same episode. I'm multi-streaming to TikTok and over to YouTube. And let's get started with the show. Okay, so let's kick things off with the first segment of the show that we like to call the Bitcoin Strength. And if you're watching on YouTube, you'll be able to see my screen. My screen is the actual value of Bitcoin right now as of this episode. As of right this very second. The price of Bitcoin right now is $110,000. $110,022 with 86 cents, with 68 cents. And you can buy 909 Satoshis for a single dollar. What is a Satoshi? You might be asking yourself. What's this guy talking about? Okay. You know how a dollar is made up of 100 cents? Like if you have 100 pennies, you have $1, right? So Bitcoin has 100 million Satoshis. Okay. So the dollar's got 1.00, two decimal places after the decimal, and Bitcoin's got 8 decimal places after the period, after the decimal. So 1 dot and then 8 zeros is 1 Bitcoin. 1 dot and 2 zeros is $1. 100 pennies is $1 still, right? And 100 million Satoshis is 1 Bitcoin. Why am I taking the time to explain this to you? Because when you look at the price of Bitcoin at $109,000 per coin, you might be scared and say, you know what, this isn't for me. I'm priced out. I can't afford it. But the fact of the matter is you can still afford fractions of it. And having fractions of a Bitcoin is better than having 0 Bitcoin. Okay? So, for example, if you bought $1 worth of Bitcoin today, you would get 910 fractions of a Bitcoin, 910 Satoshis. Okay? So, or you could also say 0.000091 Bitcoin. It's the same thing. Just like if I say $1, I can also say 100 pennies, but it's easier to say $1, right? Same thing. If I was gonna say 10 cents, 10 pennies, I wouldn't say, yeah, that's $0.01. No, I would just say 10 cents, 10 pennies, right? So same thing with Bitcoin. If I was gonna say 0.0001 Bitcoin, or I could just say 1,000 Satoshis, right? 1,000 Satoshis, so 0.0001 Bitcoin, right? Okay, anyway, that's important to know that. So you don't have to get started with the whole Bitcoin to get started, okay? Let's say you're walking down the street today, minding your own business. You look down, you see a penny, you pick it up, and all the day, that one penny today can buy you 9 Satoshis, 9 fractions of a Bitcoin. It's important to know that, okay? When we started the show 2 years ago, 1 penny was buying us 40 Satoshis, and $1 was buying us 4,000 Satoshis, 0.0004 Bitcoin, and now it's only buying us 0.0009 Bitcoin. So we're losing purchasing power. The dollar is losing purchasing power against Bitcoin, and that's exactly why we save in it. We save in Bitcoin because as the dollar continues to lose purchasing power, the value of our savings will buy us more things if the value of our savings is stored in Bitcoin. All right, too much. Let's get into let's finish off the Bitcoin strength segment. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That is the Bitcoin strength segment. That is the price of Bitcoin right now, and yeah, it's wild to see the price this high again at 910. The all-time high is what is it? The all-time high right now is $112,000. We are basically right now about, I don't know, less than 2% away from hitting a new all-time high in the history of Bitcoin, which is incredible. It's incredible. Kuliniasi, welcome to the stream. I got it. I think I nailed it. Welcome to the stream, Kuliniasi. If you have any questions, hit me up. Also, Herrera F, hit me up if you have any questions. All right, let's keep the show rolling. Let's say that you're new to Bitcoin, you don't understand what the heck's going on, and you're just here because you want to see, okay, what's this about? What's this all about? What's this all about? That's why we invented this part of the show. It's called the Why We Stack segment. Here we go. Why we stack. All right, super simple. You guys on YouTube already know the drill. I'm going to talk to TikTok here for a little bit because TikTok users, I feel, are less exposed to Bitcoin, and they more than likely have a preconceived notion that it's something bad. Okay, Bitcoin is something that's going to help you in the long run. Okay, yes, you and I both work for money that the government can print out of nothing, right? You have to work for that money. The government just prints the money. Okay, so there's a disconnect there. Okay, by doing so, when they print money, they devalue the value of your savings. They devalue the value of your labor every time they increase the money supply. Okay, so what you got to do to protect yourself against that debasement, it's called inflation. It's called theft. You basically have to take the value of your long-term savings and convert that value into something different other than dollars, right? It could be real estate. It could be stocks and bonds. They all appreciate at different rates, but the best one you could save into would be Bitcoin. Okay, why Bitcoin? Well, because Bitcoin is appreciating at about 50% year over year. Okay, that means that you're beating inflation. Your savings are growing faster than the rate at which the money supply is expanding. Therefore, you're beating inflation. Therefore, simply by holding Bitcoin, you are becoming more wealthy over time without having to do anything extra. The value of your savings are basically going to double every few years or so. Okay, and that's the premise of the show. That's why we stack, short and sweet and to the point, and to make it even more concise and to the point. Why do we save in Bitcoin? We save in Bitcoin because saving in Bitcoin is like traveling back in time and giving yourself a perpetually increasing retroactive raise for the hours you've already worked for as long as you hold a Bitcoin that represents those hours. That's it. Super short and sweet. That's why we stack. That is the Why We Stack segment of the show. Hope you guys enjoyed. Switch over to some tasty beats. Shout out, round of applause from the live studio audience for Carl Black in the house. Oops. It is. Some air horns too. Do me a favor, guys. As you're coming in, tap the screen, get the little hearts going, get some activity going, so the algorithm gets woken up and starts to promote this broadcast to other people that need to hear about Bitcoin. They need to realize that saving in dollars is bad for their savings, is bad for their wealth. Smoking is bad for your health, and saving in dollars is bad for your wealth. I forgot that one. We haven't used that one in a while. I need to start using that again. Saving in dollars is bad. No, smoking is bad for your health, and saving in dollars is bad for your health and wealth. Anyway, I guess I need to work on that. One of our abandoned slogans from the show. Hit that like button, boys, as you come in, and let's keep the show rolling. Let's jump into the next segment of the show. If you're watching on TikTok, here's where it's important. I'm going to read to you off of the screen, but if you want to see the screen, you want to see the charts that I'm referring to, you can sign in and go watch me on YouTube. It's called by going to stackbitcoinshow.com. That's going to take you right to our broadcast that's happening right now on YouTube. It's in the horizontal format, and I'm going to show you the actual spreadsheets of the stuff we're about to talk about. Okay, let's jump into it. Let's get into the next segment of the show, which is, of course, the Stack Recap, because we don't only talk about stacking Bitcoin here Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern, but we actually do it every weekday. Every weekday, we're here stacking Bitcoin like maniacs, buying it regardless of the price. If the price of Bitcoin goes up, we buy. If the price of Bitcoin goes down, we buy. If the price of Bitcoin goes sideways, guess what? We buy. We buy some more. Okay? Because we understand that anybody that's held Bitcoin for at least 4 years is in the green. Right now, pretty much anybody who's ever bought Bitcoin in the past, let's see. If you bought Bitcoin in the past, what is this? Since June 9th? If you bought Bitcoin since June 9th, so yesterday, is that right? No, not since June 9th, I'm sorry. Well, yeah. If you bought Bitcoin since, what's the all-time high? Oh, there it is. The all-time high was, let's see. I don't know. If you bought Bitcoin lower than 110,000, which is like hardly anybody, then you are in profits. You're in profits. It's going to continue to go up in profits, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. So in 2025, we've set aside $3,900 so far, and the value of that Bitcoin that represents is up to $4,652 for a gain of 19.29% so far on the 2025 stack. That's only after 6 months. Only after 6 months, we're already at about 20% profits. In 6 months. Okay, in 6 months. How can you compare that to anything? Okay, tell me what's going to give you better returns than that, and I'm all ears because I want to know. Okay. Let's move on to 2024. In 2024, what's up, Mike? Welcome to the stream. Mike McDonald saying hi. What up, Mike? In 2024, again, if you want to see the charts, go to stackbitcoinshow.com, where you're also live streaming it on YouTube, and you can see the chart on the screen or the spreadsheet. In 2024, we set aside $7,345 and bought 0.1224217 Bitcoin. That Bitcoin right now is worth $13,400 for a gain of 83%. 83%. If I was a gladiator slaughtering people in the middle of the arena, I'd be like, are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Right? The value of our savings that we started doing only in 2024. I'm not talking about anything we bought before that, anything we bought after that. Only the savings we did in 2024. We saved $7,345 worth of money. We took that money, we bought Bitcoin with it, and now that value of that Bitcoin we bought that year is worth 83% more. It's worth $13,450. Okay, so in less than a year, right? Because we're like 6 months into this year, so it's less than a year, right? So it's incredible. It's incredible, right? And then let's take a look at the savings we did for the whole lifespan of the show. This show's been going on YouTube for about 2 years and a couple of weeks. Okay. In those 2 years, since May 22nd, 2023, back when Bitcoin was $27,360, we're buying $5 a day. And then we moved on to $10 a day. And now we're doing $20 a day. But still, since the beginning of this very show, 2 years ago, I saved $14,709.98. That's how much we've saved so far. Okay. The value of the Bitcoin that represents 0.271908878 Bitcoin is currently worth $29,875. Okay. That means that the value of our savings has more than doubled because it's gone up by 103%. 103% in 2 years. Right? May 22nd. Yeah, we just had our 2-year anniversary. May 22nd. So in 2 years, the value of our savings has increased by 103%. Okay. What does that actually mean? What does that do for us? Well, it means that I didn't have to do an extra ton of work to save an extra $14,000, right? It's like the extra $14,000 that it doubled to just came out of nowhere, right? It came from the debasement of the dollars. As the dollars are worth less and less, you need more and more of the weaker dollars to buy the same stuff, right? So as the money debases, your purchasing power in dollars goes down, but your purchasing power in Bitcoin goes up. So if you're living on the dollar standard, the prices of things, the price to maintain your current lifestyle is always going to continue to go up no matter what. And you'll have to work harder and harder to maintain that lifestyle. That means 2 jobs. That means 2 jobs and an Uber on the side just to keep your current lifestyle. Okay. On top of that, right? If I were to just take the value of my savings and put it into Bitcoin instead, now the prices of things go down in terms of Bitcoin. Because yes, they're denominated in dollars, right? But the longer you hold Bitcoin, the less Bitcoin you need to sell to get those dollars to buy that thing, right? So for example, if we just go 2 years ago, and I wanted to buy something 2 years ago that cost me $14,000, I would pay $14,000, right? But if I go 2 years later and I want to buy something today that cost me $14,000, I only have to sell half of the Bitcoin to buy that thing instead of all the Bitcoin just to buy that thing, right? So the prices of everything comes down if you're saving in dollars, and they will continue to go down as long as you have Bitcoin, right? So seeing that and understanding that, why would you hold cash that you don't need to hold for long term, right? Yes, use the cash. Save the cash. Use the cash to pay your rent, to pay your bills, to pay whatever you need to pay your food, whatever, right? Anything you're going to keep for long term, save it in Bitcoin. Save it in Bitcoin. Super easy. You buy the Bitcoin, you take custody of the Bitcoin, and you live your life. Super easy. Next thing you know, you look up and you're like, holy smokes, my $14,000 that I saved over the past 2 years turned into $30,000. How cool, right? And then maybe 2 years from today, right? If 2 years from today, that'll probably double again, right? And that means that after 4 years, my $14,000 turned into what, $60,000? It's wild. It's wild. Belico, what's up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Hope all is good. If you have any questions, do hit me up in the chat. I speak Spanish too, so if you have any questions in Spanish, hit me up. Okay, so that is the stack recap, guys. It's incredible. It's amazing to see it in real time, and actually, you can actually watch yourself get more wealthy. Okay, let's do some shout outs. Shout out and round of applause from the live studio audience. I already got Carl, but Pipeline Podcast. What up? What up, dude? I'm 15 minutes late. It's okay. It's okay to be late. Just like it's okay to be late to the show and just show up, hit the like button, and tap the screen for hearts. It's okay to be late to Bitcoin. You're not late to Bitcoin, okay? A lot of people in the world don't really understand it yet, and you still have a lot of opportunity to get in, and you know, take advantage and secure your future for, like, not only yourself but like the generations of your family. Okay. You say, I found another DCA strategy I'm going to implement. So it's going to be total of $465, where day 1 of the month you invest $1, day 2 you invest $2, all the way up to day 40, but buy $30 and reset every month. Buy $30 and reset every month. Okay, that works. And then day 30 buy $40. Day 30 buy $30. That's $465 monthly. Dang, that's crazy. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. We're doing that 100-day Bitcoin savings challenge on the TikTok right now. So that's it's been going pretty good. Yesterday was day 15, so today's gonna be day 16 on that one. All right. Okay. Let's check out the spreadsheet for 2025 one last time and figure out how much we're gonna buy today. So, since the price of Bitcoin is at $109,000 and our average buy price in 2025 is $94,000, today we're gonna buy $20 worth of Bitcoin right now during the Stack Bitcoin show. And now that we know how much Bitcoin we're gonna buy, there's only one thing left to do. It's time to stack some Bitcoin. All right, let's get this Bitcoin purchased right now live during the stream. I'm going over to the Strike app, !Strike in the chat, and you can have my link to affiliate. So you can get 0 fees off of your first $500 worth of Bitcoin purchases. If you're watching on TikTok, you can go to stackagainstthemachine.com for that referral. Stackagainstthemachine.com. All right, we're gonna get the buy button. Boom. And we're gonna type in $20. $20 with the Bitcoin queued up, ready to go on a Stack Bitcoin show. We're about to buy. I hit next. There it is. Get the music. Hit the drum roll, please. Here we go. Buying $20 worth of Bitcoin right now live during the Stack Bitcoin show on TikTok, on YouTube. And just like that, we just purchased an additional 18,035 Satoshis have been added to the stack. Slow and steady. Yes, yes. Slow and steady. Stacking. Ready. Trust but verify. Stack the facts. Trust but verify. Let's go. Smoking is bad for your health. And saving in dollars is bad for your wealth. All right, let's go into the browser. Browser time. Okay, let's go 2025. Today is June 10th. June 10th, 2025. We're stacking. No, the price of Bitcoin we deserve today is $109,897.42 Bitcoin. We bought $20 worth. That got us 0.0001803 Bitcoin. Not bad, not too shabby. Okay, we're gonna take this data and put it in a spreadsheet for the whole show. The proof of savings, the proof of stacking. Wow. Okay, and I'm gonna give you the total Bitcoin being held by the show today as of today's purchase. Let's check it out. Let's check it out right now. That is okay. As of today, the Stack Bitcoin show is holding 0.375363366 Bitcoin for a dollar value of about $41,167.07. Just like that, Bitcoin to save the day. All right, there it is. There it is. Going over to the Q&A section of the show. If you have any questions, TikTok, ask me in the comments. I'm happy to answer those questions for you. My hair's going crazy, bro. Get over there. Okay. What's up? I see Casey? Zachariah Travels? Zachariah Travels. Oh my God, that's entertaining right there. Just entertaining, trying to watch me read names on TikTok. People got some unique names on TikTok, that's for sure. Unique names. So funny. So I see you guys in the chat. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate you guys taking the time. I know. Stacko Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. It's perfect. After this, I'm probably gonna go pick up the boys, get some tacos for late lunch. It's gonna be great. Can't wait. All right. The summer is upon us. It's time to get out there and catch tasty waves once again. Get out in the water. Enjoy it if you're near the water. It's good for your soul to be in the water, to enjoy the surf, to enjoy the fishing, to dive around there. Can't wait. Can't wait. The water's actually warming up pretty well, so we'll be doing a lot of that soon. I actually found a penny today on the floor. Yes. Pipeline Podcast. Did you say the jingle? Find a penny, pick it up, and all the day you'll have 9 sats. Find a penny, pick it up, and all the day you'll have 9 sats. You guys want to know a little secret hack I use when I go to the grocery store? To use money that is basically unusable, right? Like, look at, I got my penny bag, right? You know, if you go to the machines at the grocery store, they have like a Coinstar machine or whatever machines where you dump a bunch of money in there, a bunch of coins, and for a percentage they count it for you and they give you like the money, right? Well, do you know that the self checkout machines also take coins? It's just a little tedious to put it in by hand, right? But I'll go like after I drop off the kids at school, I'll go like around 8:30 or 9 when everybody's at work, and I show up with my bags of change, and I buy whatever I need to buy with the change that would just normally be sitting there. I'll never end up using it, right? So, yeah, that's another way to use that loose change that you find, and it's not costing you a percentage of the change you find to use it, as you would if you have to use it like if you traded it to like the Coinstar machine or something, right? You just gotta show up early or outside of the area, outside of the times when it's busy, and use that change then, so people don't bother you about like taking up the line. Taking up the line with the girls, like, is that guy paying with pennies? Is that guy paying with pennies? You can put them in like pretty fast, but you still gotta put them in individually, right? So what I usually do is I use like the big change, the quarters and dimes and nickels, and then if it's off by a little bit, I just use pennies to like get it right on the mark. And it's actually pretty fun. It's like a video game. You buy whatever you're gonna buy, and then you have the screen tells you how much you paid so far, and it's counting it for you as you're putting it in. It's a little bit delayed, but it's still pretty fun, right? Hola, Cristian López in the house. Hola, Cristian, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? Acá, que tú no eres el del acordeón. Sí, es Román. Soy yo el del acordeón. Cristian, ¿cómo estás? También hablo de Bitcoin en español. Digo, Bitcoin en inglés. Así que, sí, soy el del acordeón. Aquí está, mira. I'm famous on TikTok, guys. I'm famous for my accordion playing. My accordion playing is starting to make me known in the world. I'll give you guys a little taste. Let me turn this music down. We're getting weird. We're getting weird now, guys. Okay, si se escucha bien, Cristian. Esa me estoy aprendiendo ahorita, mira. This is the one I'm learning today. This is the one I'm learning this week. Yeah, here we go. Oh. All right. There you go. Así está, Cristian. Ya, Cristian, tragos amargos. Apenas me estoy aprendiendo estas. I started learning that song about 2 weeks ago, but then I took like a week off the accordion, so I just practiced it this morning. That's why I was willing to try it. Anyway, that's funny. Pero sí, Cristian, si vas a ver de aquí y entiendes en inglés, empieza a investigar sobre Bitcoin. Vale la pena. Okay, it's worth to learn about Bitcoin because, man, I'm telling you, it helps you in your savings. It makes it super good. All right. Koji Monster in the house. What up, Koji? Good to see you in here. Hope all is well. All right, boys. That is a wrap for the show. Let's end the show. Once again, we are here Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern, saving in Bitcoin a little bit at a time, $20 a day, Monday through Friday. As you can see from the results, save in Bitcoin, hold it for long term, and slow and steady. Well, not so slow and steady, not so slow. about 50% growth year over year so far. That's the trend in Bitcoin. So, it's up to you. Do you want to save in dollars and continue to get debased and have nothing to show for it at the end of your life? Or do you want to save in Bitcoin and have your purchasing power grow and be able to retire at an early enough age that you can actually enjoy your retirement? It's an easy choice. It's an easy choice. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of the Stack Bitcoin Show. But until then, remember, if you ain't stacking, you're slacking.